Okay, so this is going to be a short video on some equations. 1-step, 2-step and 3-step equations. So let's have a look at question 1. Always ask yourself with an equation what you're trying to do. Well, in question 1, we're obviously trying to find x. And to find x, what we need to do is remove this plus 12. So we always do the exact opposite of what you see. So to get rid of the plus 12, we're going to minus 12. But remember, what you do to one side, you must do to the other side. So if you minus 12 from the left, then you minus 12 from the right hand side. So now this remains untouched. So put it back exactly where it was. 12 minus 12 is 0. So that's gone. Put the equal sign back where it was. And now 20 take away 12 is equal to 8. Some students ask, why do we need to show that working or follow these steps if I can just think of the answer? Well, the reason is very simple. As the questions become more complex, you rely on this method a lot more. Question 2 is very similar. Let's have a look at question 3. Question 3, we're trying to find x. We are trying to remove or eliminate the minus 9. And the opposite of minus 9 is plus 9. So we plus 9 to the left and we plus 9 to the right. So now on the left hand side we have x. Minus 9 plus 9 is nothing. Equals, and 4 plus 9 is 13. And we are now finished. Question 4, we're trying to find x. So we want to get rid of the 4. And because the x has been divided by 4, what you do is you multiply the 4 to the other side. So you get x is equal to 12. Question 5 and 6 are identical. If you look at question 6 and you compare it to question 4, it's almost identical, just written the other way around. It doesn't make a difference. In question 6, we're still trying to find x. So we want to get rid of the 10, so you multiply it across. Okay, so now 12 times 10 is 120, so 120 is equal to x. Okay, so that's 1-step equations. A few questions there. Let's have a look at question 7, which is a 2-step equation. Excuse me. The reason it's 2-step is you can see that we're trying to find x. So now we need to get rid of the minus 7, excuse me, and the plus 3. Which one's easier to get rid of first? The plus 3 is easier to get rid of first. So what we're going to do here, we're going to minus 3 from the left hand side and we're going to minus 3 from the right hand side. So now the minus 7x hasn't been touched. Let's leave it exactly where it is. 3 minus 3 is nothing. Put the equal sign back, and 59 take away 59 take away 3 is 56. Now at this point we're trying to find x, so we want to remove the minus 7. How is the minus 7 related to the x? It's been multiplied, and the opposite of multiply is divide. So what you're going to do here is you're going to divide the left hand side by minus 7, and you're going to divide the right hand side by minus 7. So now on the left hand side you just have x, and on the right hand side you have minus 8. 56 divided by minus 7 is minus 8. So that question is now complete. If you look at the next one, question 8, same thing here. You plus 5 to the left, plus 5 to the right. So the 8x hasn't been touched. And 19 plus 5 is 24. And now divide by 8 and divide by 8. And you end up getting x is equal to 3. Question 9, we are trying to find x, so we want to get rid of the minus 7. Please don't say 7. This minus belongs to this 7. Very important you understand that. and this minus belongs to the 15. Okay, so those signs are important. So what you're going to do here is you are going to plus 7 to the left, plus 7 to the right hand side. So now we have minus 15x is equal to 45. And now we divide this side by minus 15 and divide this side by minus 15, and we end up with x is equal to minus 3. Question 10. Again, it doesn't matter that the x is on the right hand side. All the other questions the x was on the left. It doesn't make a difference. Okay, where our goal is still the same. Our goal here is to find x. So we want to eliminate the minus 9 and the 20. So we plus 9 to this side and we plus 9 to this side. So now 20 is equal to 20x. Right, because that's now gone. And we divide this side by 20 and divide this side by 20. So we end up with 1 is equal to x. Alright, so that's two-step equations. These are all basically identical. You approach these questions all in the same way. Let's now have a look at equations where you have the variable on both sides. So if you look at question 23, you've got x's on the left and x's on the right. Question 24, x's on the left and x's on the right. So these are known as, sometimes they're three-step, but sometimes they're only two-step. You'll see what I'm talking about here when we do some of these questions. So let's start off with working on this one here, question 23. We don't like the fact that you've got x's on the left and x's on the right. Really, what we would like to do is we would like to pick up this entire 3x, the 3 and the x together, and we want to move them over to the other side. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to minus 3x from this side. See, because now 3x minus 3x is 0. But because what you do to one side, you must do to the other side. So we're going to also minus 3x from here. So now we have x, okay, because 4x take away 3x is just x. Put the equals sign back, equals 3x minus 3x is nothing, and then the 16. So that only took one step. Let's look at question 24. We don't like the fact that we have x's on both sides. So what we're going to do here, we're going to minus 2x from here and here. So now 2x is equal to 12. Now divide by 2 and divide by 2, and you end up with x is equal to 6. That was two steps. Question 25. We're going to minus 8x and we're going to minus 8x. And now we're going to divide by minus 3 and divide by minus 3. And we end up with the x is equal to minus 7. Question 26. Let's have a look here. So again, we're going to minus 2x from here and we're going to minus 2x from here. Once you do that, just write down what you have. Try not to do more than one thing at a time. So now we have x plus 10 is equal to 18. And now minus 10 and minus 10. And you end up with x is equal to 8. Let's have a look at question 27. You've got x's on both sides, so we're going to minus 5x from here and minus 5x from here. So now we have 2x plus 13 is equal to 17. Now minus 13 and minus 13, we have 2x is equal to 4. And now divide both sides by 2 and we get x is equal to 2. Notice when I minus the 5x from here and I minus the 5x from here, I always write it underneath the x's. Okay, so see how when I minus the 5x from here, when I want to minus the 5x from the left hand side, I always write it directly underneath the 7x, so it's nice and clean. It's very important that you do that. So the remainder of these questions is practically identical. Please go ahead and practice as much as you possibly can, and I wish you all the best with it.